readings, and I want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday to my Leo lovers. We're here for it. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Feel free to check out Alta Love, the Patreons, or the Patreon community, the courses, the book, all that stuff, the products. Of course, I've got one of the journals here. I do love it. Very simple, all zero waste packaging, all that kind of stuff. I'm so thankful for T-Mill and offering a kind of collaboration that supports the brand as well. Okay, so Leo, here we go. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Coming up to a completion, Leo. This is a culmination cycle for you. Divine guidance and loving clarity for Leo. Anybody who stumbles upon this video who is ready to receive the messages. There is a message coming through for you. Some of y'all might be going traveling. I do get a sense that if any of you have been doing like in a bit of a battle, there is some positive reward, like finally getting justice for something, or, well, it's not justice, it's a kind of judgment call. It could be a kind of culmination of karmic cycles, and like empowering your mind, knowing when people are lying to you, or knowing when you're lying to yourself. There could be an energy here of like where areas of life where you know you've been lying to yourself and you're ready to kind of cast that aside. And this is maybe why some of you are traveling, like you're going to have a sabbatical from work or make some pretty radical. This is probably, or the cards would say this is what you're pondering. You know, you're pondering taking a time out, taking a sabbatical from work, from life, going traveling, going on a bit of a sojourn. Yeah, because it's like taking a break from work. And there's some sort of like mental clarity coming through that's shifting you into maybe heeding call, following an inner message, following an intuitive thing, right? Because you're getting a message here. It's like being done with being in the dark, being done with non-committal energy, done with conflict for now. Big sort of break energy. Like, I just need a break from all of this right now. Hence taking a break, going on a travel journey, whatever it might be, right? Leo, for some, okay, so there's definitely this sort of mental clarity shift that you're having, positive judgment. And this is bringing in a reward. This is a wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups. So you're wanting to take a freedom break, you're wanting to go travel, you're thinking maybe of planning a trip to get. This is not just any trip though. This is not just like a vacay. This is a kind of intentional soul journey. What's that expression of, you know, discovering ourselves or rediscovering ourselves through travel, through journeying. Alone, usually that's part of this central energy, because there's a lot of, you know, in the past, some deception. There's possibly like in the familial work or just project orientation, day-to-day life, there's seemingly a lot of noise and chaos going on, and people that are just fucking about, and you're like, I don't want to deal with you anymore. Like, I see this pattern, or I see this energy for what it is, and I need to distance myself. Like, I need to kind of get a proper break from that. Okay, let's pull some more cards, because again, coming up here, there will be options, but I'm feeling like for this month, certainly, you're like, I gotta just focus on myself. Like, I'm not. For some of you, there's possibly somebody younger who's going to send a message. The younger energy, is more positive, clear, benevolent, and it offers you the ending of a cycle whereby in the past you attracted people that maybe were more deceptive or less clear emotionally. And, the issue with those encounters are that on the surface, everything looks great, but then there's like underlying, and this looks like to me like I just can't do that anymore. So that's part of taking time out, taking a break from work, healing from past situations, empowering your like luck and good fortune in that regard. The younger energy, and it could be it might be like it might not be an age thing, but there's a younger water sign energy, Page of Cups, that's really probably thinking about you. You may be them. um they're not probably in your direct circle, but like you're probably aware of one another. And then you have these choices options. There's maybe somebody a little older, also a water sign, that comes in that again could be very attractive, or there could be connection, but you're like, this reminds me of some past cycles that didn't work out. This came up in a recent reading, maybe one of the monthlies, I can't remember, but there was something like trust your feeling more than what people say. With propositions, people wanting to offer you things, people, you know, the energies of like too good to be true often are at this stage of the game, with Neptune at the final degrees of Pisces and Saturn there endeavoring to teach us, the structure of reality from a more expanded perspective, and so there's a lot of like big energy shifts with regards to like what we once believed in and now what we are moving toward, what we once tolerated versus what we're going to choose to tolerate in the future. Ten of Swords, fini. We're not going back to being blind, we're not going back to being imprisoned, we're not going back to lying, cheating, stealing, whatever, right? It's like I want to contemplate the life that I choose. I want to listen to the messages. This is you really coming out of a fate of a pattern, probably. Hanged Man, like feeling stuck, but you're now coming out of that energy. But it might require you again to take a break, to go on a holiday, to sabbatical energy, right? Like getting away from the day to day, getting away from a work situation, basically taking a break from the patterns that you're in. And a Three of Wands would give me a sense of like, as in more than like a week, up to 3 months traveling through South America, 3 months traveling India, like that kind of trip. It's substantial, it's big, it's explorative. It offers a substantial amount of like self-discovery and endeavoring to kind of trust the future. And for some of you, there could be a message, like there could be somebody, again, they're younger than you, and they're like, hey, why don't you, and you're contemplating that. You've got some options and choices here, but there's one that feels really grounded, most loving, warm, and you're like, that's what I'm going to move toward right now and take my time as I move toward it. Because for some of you, that's the fifth house. That's you in regard to the dignified strength of who you are. You want to reinvigorate your passion. And with the clusterfuck of energies around you at this point, I would say that's part of why you're like, I gotta get away. I'm a Leo. I want to shine. I need to shine. Fuck all y'all. Like, I love you, but no, And so, because there's a dignified strength in you empowering your truth and your freedom. And if you feel like you've been losing that, you're like, I need to get that back. I need to get that sense of fulfillment and joy and fulfillment, luck, all that kind of good stuff. I need to get that back for me. And either I've been deceiving myself or people have been deceiving me, and I just don't want that. So you're kind of, again, this idea of traveling or whatever is really in offering you, or you maybe being enticed by a sort of cosmic invitation to upgrade your life, to reinvigorate your passion, your creativity, your like inner child, I'm hearing. And then the Patience card. I usually don't do those reversals. So the Patience card. I'm noticing her pregnancy. For some of you, you might be thinking about pregnancy. You might be thinking about having a child. with maybe this younger person. I don't know. This is the final deck. So final messages here for my Leo Levas. Final divine guidance messages for my Leo Levas. Shiva in the reverse. So let's read for Shiva. Shiva, I want to say, is like another. Oh, right there. So in the reverse, Om Namah Shivaya. That's what I sing at the end of all my yoga sessions. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah. Oh dear Lord. Okay. God of destruction and rebirth. You are, pardon me, I'm going to read the reverse for you guys. So when you change your ways and adopt habits, hobbies, and lifestyle choices that are unfamiliar to those around you, they will call you mad. However, you are opening the door for a new way of being. Do not let the word, this is what this is about. Do not let the words of others hold you down. This is part of why you might be like, I need to get away. I need to reclaim my mind, because there's a lot of just conflict. It's for a sort of a simple way to describe it, lots of different people pulling you in lots of different directions, and none of them are really suiting you. And something with the Judgment card, there's been a substantial reflection or shift that's allowed you to like consolidate something and be like, okay, well, I can't do that way anymore. That's not going to work. And I'm going to have to do it this way, and be really patient to close out these chapters of people that want to destroy me, or like Shiva the destroyer, right? So do not let the words of others hold you down. Rather, use them as a reminder that you are on the right path, shifting consciousness. When Shiva began practicing sadhana, people could not understand his ways, yet they created the basis of what we know as yoga. Never doubt your significance and the way your authenticity can impact others. So the fifth house, passion, dignified strength. Strength is like the Leo energy in the tarot, and this strength is here. So it's like you kind of like fiercely claiming yourself and going in the direction that you want to go in is really your lucky break. But be prepared and allow yourself to be quite patient with the renewal. Trust your kind of gut and feelings with people's interactions versus just what they say. There's a warm, grounded energy coming through here. Definitely like old, again, a simple sense, like, so the old way would be taking too much advice from other people, or like listening to too many voices of other people, which would have you then maybe potentially deny yourself or sabotage or get into conflicts that really aren't yours to get into. And just not always bad, obviously, but just confusing or a little bit chaotic. So you're like, wish fulfillment, getting unstuck, going on a break. I need a sabbatical. I need to make a change. And part of that is taking a big trip or a big journey, a bit of a travel. And I now, if some of you are engaged in a relationship, I would say part of the travel or sabbatical would be like maternity leave. So you finally like, have this baby coming. So you're like, I can't do it. Like, we can't do it that way anymore. We have to cut these people out. I can't deal with this conflict. I've got to get really like homey and nesty, and the journey is within. So the self-discovery is like happening, or in your partners. But again, you're juggling some options. Old ways are dying out. Main again here is like the discernment to trust your guidance, because you're being guided to reintegrate your passion, your creative passion, that sense of integrity in your creative passion, and like really knowing yourself and I am hearing something about stairway to heaven, like knowing your own stairway to heaven, basically. Okie dokie, Leo, there's your reading for August. Happy birthday to all you guys. Yeah, I was going to go off on a tangent about my hair, but we're going to leave it there. Have a great month, Leo. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace out.